welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going to be exploring a book that's been influencing people for over a century.
Oh yeah, The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles.
That's the one. And you know what's really interesting? Our main source material for this one is actually a YouTube video.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it has the full audiobook and a transcript too, so we can really get into the details of what Wattles is talking about.
Awesome. You know, this book, it doesn't waste any time getting to the point.
Oh, really?
It jumps right in, and Wattles just straight up says that everybody has a right to be rich.
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
I'm already hooked.
Huh?
But I'm guessing he's not just talking about money here.
You got it. He's talking about being rich in every area of life, like really living a full and abundant life.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah. Wattles argues that being truly wealthy means having the resources to develop your talents, follow your passions, and basically experience abundance across the board.
So it's about way more than just money.
Exactly. It's about being able to express your full potential and contribute to the world in a meaningful way. Wattles even goes so far as to say that poverty is a sin because it holds people back from truly expressing themselves.
Wow, that's a pretty bold statement.
Yeah.
So how does he think we can achieve this kind of richness?
That's where things get really fascinating. Wattles says that getting rich isn't about luck or your circumstances or even having special talents.
Okay, so no magic formula.
Nope. He calls it a science, a precise science with specific laws that anyone can learn and apply.
So it's not some get-rich-quick scheme then?
Not at all.
Yeah.
It's all about understanding the principles behind wealth creation and then aligning your thoughts and actions with those principles.
So it sounds like it's more about a shift in mindset.
Exactly. And to prove his point, Wattles points out that people from all walks of life with different backgrounds and abilities have achieved financial success. It's not about who you are, but how you think and act.
That makes a lot of sense. So if it's a science, what are these principles?
Well, the core of Wattles' philosophy is the power of thought. He believes that thought is the primary force behind creating wealth.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, he even talks about a thinking substance that's like woven throughout the universe and responds to our thoughts by bringing them into the physical world.
Whoa, that's kind of blowing my mind. Can you break that down a little?
Sure, think of it this way. Wattles is suggesting there's this creative energy flowing through everything, and it reacts to our thoughts, literally shaping our reality. Kind of like planting a seed. You start with an idea and then nurture it with focused intention, belief, and action until it grows into something real.
So he's saying we're not just at the mercy of fate. We can actively create our own reality.
Exactly. But here's the catch. To create the reality we want, we need to cultivate the right kind of thoughts. Wattles emphasizes the importance of thinking truth regardless of appearances.
What does he mean by that?
It means shifting your focus from what you lack to what's actually available to you. It's about realizing that there are infinite possibilities when you align yourself with the creative power of the universe.
So if you're always dwelling on what you don't have, that's what you're going to experience.
Pretty much. It's about training your mind to see the abundance that's already present, even in the face of challenges.
Okay, I see. So how do we start making that shift in our thinking?
Wattles really stresses the importance of gratitude. He sees it as the key to aligning yourself with the creative forces of the universe. It's like opening a door to receiving all the good that's out there.
So it's more than just feeling grateful. It's about actively expressing that gratitude.
Absolutely. Wattles suggests making it a daily habit to focus on the good things in your life, no matter how small, and express genuine appreciation for them.
So it's about changing your perspective to see the abundance that's already there.
Precisely. And as you practice gratitude, you'll naturally start drawing more good things into your life. Your thoughts and feelings will begin to resonate with the energy of abundance.
This is fascinating. So we need to shift our thoughts toward abundance and cultivate a grateful heart. Is there more?
Oh, yeah. Visualization plays a big role, too. Wattles talks about creating a clear picture in your mind of what you want to achieve and then holding on to that vision with unwavering faith, like a captain steering a ship towards a distant shore.
So like those vision boards people talk about.
Exactly. It's all about immersing yourself in the feeling of already having what you desire. But Wattles makes it clear that visualization alone isn't enough. You have to take action.
So just daydreaming won't get us there.
Yeah.
We have to actually do something.
You got it. He calls it acting in a certain way, which means putting your best effort into your daily work and always aiming for efficiency in everything you do. It's about showing up with excellence and conveying an impression of growth and progress in all your interactions.
So it's not just about working hard, but working smart and always looking for ways to improve and provide value.
You nailed it. It's about showcasing your value, your generosity, and your belief in your own ability to grow.
Okay, I'm starting to see the bigger picture here. We need to align our thoughts with abundance, radiate gratitude, visualize our goals, and take action. Anything else we should keep in mind?
Well, Wattles warns against getting bogged down by negativity or dwelling on past mistakes. He really emphasizes the importance of staying positive and focusing on the abundance that's available.
So no dwelling on what went wrong or what we don't have.
Exactly. He also warns against seeking power over others or getting sucked into cutthroat competition.
So it's not about stepping on others to get to the top.
Nope. It's about understanding that we're all connected and that true abundance comes from cooperation and working together.
Okay, that makes sense. And what about setbacks? Those are bound to happen.
Of course. But Wattles encourages us to view setbacks not as failures, but as opportunities for growth and redirection.
So it's all part of the process.
Precisely. It's about building resilience and realizing that challenges can actually lead us to something even better.
I like that perspective. So it sounds like we've covered a lot of ground already. Wattles is essentially saying that getting rich is about changing our mindset, aligning our actions, and trusting the process.
That's a great summary. And he goes even deeper, exploring the real meaning of wealth and how it can lead to a more fulfilling life.
This is definitely making me rethink wealth and success. I can't wait to dive into that in part 2.
Mm-hmm.
So we've talked about how Wattles believes that getting rich is a science and how it's about more than just money. It's about living a full and abundant life. But what does that actually look like?
Yeah, he really emphasizes that wanting to be rich is ultimately about wanting a more expansive and fulfilling life overall. Like, it's about tapping into that creative power we all have and using it to make our dreams a reality, not just financial dreams.
So it goes beyond just material things. It applies to other parts of life too.
Exactly. He talks about living fully in body, mind, and soul, like nurturing your physical health, expanding your knowledge, and building meaningful relationships.
I can see that. And how does financial abundance fit into that?
Wattles sees financial abundance as a crucial part of fully expressing yourself in all those areas. It's about having the resources to pursue your passions, develop your skills, and contribute to the world in a way that feels right for you.
I get it. It's hard to focus on personal growth or making a difference when you're constantly stressed about money.
Exactly. Financial freedom gives you the space and resources to pursue a life of purpose and meaning.
Now, some people might hear all this talk about getting rich and think it sounds selfish. What would Wattles say to that?
He actually addresses that head on. He says it's totally okay to want to be rich, but the key is to do it in a way that benefits not only yourself, but those around you too.
So it's not about hoarding wealth or using it to control others.
Not at all. He makes it clear that wanting to be rich should go hand in hand with wanting to live a bigger life and using your wealth to make a positive impact. It's not about being greedy or materialistic.
But it's about creating abundance that uplifts everyone, not just a select few.
Exactly. It's realizing that true wealth isn't a zero-sum game. When one person becomes wealthy in the right way, it can create more opportunities for everyone else.
Gotcha. Do you have an example of what that might look like?
Wattles uses this great analogy of a seed. When you plant a seed, it doesn't just grow into one plant. It produces a bunch of new seeds, multiplying its life in abundance. So in the same way, when we tap into our potential and create wealth, it can have a ripple effect, creating more opportunities, resources, and possibilities for everyone around us.
That's a cool way to think about it. So wanting to be rich isn't wrong, but how do we actually attract wealth into our lives?
Wattles really emphasizes the importance of aligning our thoughts and actions with abundance, like shifting away from a scarcity mindset where we're always competing and embracing a mindset of abundance where we believe there's enough for everyone.
How do we put that into practice?
Well, it starts with recognizing that the universe is a limitless source of wealth and that there's plenty to go around. He also cautions against trying to take from others or getting caught up in that cutthroat competition. Instead, he encourages us to focus on creating value, giving back to the world, and acting from a place of generosity.
So giving is a key part of attracting abundance.
Absolutely. Wattles believes that when we focus on giving and providing value to others, we naturally attract abundance back to ourselves. It's all about win-win situations.
Makes sense. What about gratitude? We talked about it earlier, but it seems like it plays an important role here too.
You're right. Gratitude is absolutely essential. Wattles says that having a grateful attitude is crucial for attracting wealth. Gratitude keeps us connected to that source of abundance and prevents us from falling into the trap of thinking that there's not enough to go around.
So gratitude is like the key that unlocks abundance.
Yeah, you could say that. It's like a magnet that attracts more good things into our lives. When we're grateful for what we already have, we're sending a signal to the universe that we're ready to receive even more.
Okay, so we're thinking abundantly, acting generously, and radiating gratitude. What's next?
Wattles talks a lot about the power of clear visualization and unwavering faith, like forming a definite mental picture of what you want and holding on to that picture with unshakable belief.
So it's not enough to just have a vague wish. We need to create a clear and vivid image in our minds.
Precisely. It's about seeing yourself already living the life you want, experiencing all the joy, freedom, and abundance that comes with it. And it's about trusting that the universe is working behind the scenes to bring your vision to life.
What happens when we face obstacles or things get tough? How can we keep that faith?
Wattles acknowledges that there will be bumps in the road and that things won't always go according to plan. He encourages us to see those challenges not as failures, but as chances to learn and grow and maybe adjust our course a bit.
So it's about learning from our mistakes and using them to improve our approach.
Exactly. And it's about remembering that even when things seem tough, there's always a way forward. It's about staying optimistic and knowing that the universe is ultimately working in our favor, even when it doesn't feel like it.
It sounds like a lot of it comes down to changing our perspective, to see the opportunity in every challenge.
You got it. And remembering that we're not in this alone. The creative forces of the universe are always there to support us, guide us, and give us the resources we need to succeed.
That's reassuring. Okay, so we're visualizing our goals, staying strong in our faith, and trusting that the universe has our back. What about taking action? What specific steps does Wattles recommend?
He emphasizes acting in the certain way, which means doing your best in your daily work, always striving for excellence and approaching everything you do with a mindset of growth and progress.
That's about being present and giving our all in everything we do, even the small everyday tasks.
Exactly. And it's about constantly looking for ways to get better, learn more, and contribute more value to the world.
What about that phrase, conveying an impression of increase and advancement? What does that mean?
It's about presenting yourself as a capable, successful, and generous person. You're basically attracting opportunities and resources to you like a magnet.
So it's about embodying the qualities we want to attract.
You got it. It's about radiating an energy of confidence, abundance, and success. That in turn inspires trust and draws the right people and circumstances into your life.
That makes sense. But what if you're stuck in a job you hate or an environment that feels stifling? What does Waddle say about that?
Wattles gets that not everyone starts from the same place, but he encourages us not to let our circumstances define us. He reminds us that our true power lies in our ability to choose our thoughts, shape our beliefs, and take action to create the life we want.
So it's about focusing on what we can control and not feeling trapped by our current situation.
Exactly. He says even if you're in a job you hate, you can use it as a stepping stone to something better.
How can we do that?
Just focus on doing your best in your current role. Keep your vision of your ideal job in mind and trust that the right opportunities will show up at the right time.
So it's about using our current situation as a learning experience to prepare for something bigger and better.
Precisely. It's about taking charge of your own success instead of waiting for someone to hand it to you. And remember, Wattles truly believes that everyone has the potential to develop the skills and abilities they need to thrive.
I like that. So if we move forward with faith and purpose, he's saying the universe will provide us with the support we need to reach our goals.
Exactly. It's about trusting that you already have everything you need within you to create the life you want, and that the universe is always supporting you along the way.
This is really inspiring. But I'm sure there's some things we should try to avoid doing too. Does Wattles give any warnings or cautions?
Oh yeah, he definitely cautions against trying to control others, getting caught up in competition, or becoming obsessed with material possessions.
So it's not about using wealth for selfish gain or to get ahead of others.
Nope. He reminds us that true wealth is about living a meaningful life, a life of purpose and contribution. It's about using our resources to make a positive difference in the world and create a better future for ourselves and generations to come.
That's a beautiful way to look at it. Are there any other things he warns against?
He also cautions against trying to force things to happen or getting impatient with the process.
So it's not about pushing or striving in a way that feels stressful or out of alignment?
Exactly. It's about surrendering to the natural flow of the universe and trusting that everything happens in its own time.
That's a great reminder, especially in today's world where everything moves so fast. Well, we've covered so much ground exploring the true meaning of wealth and how to align ourselves with abundance. What stands out to you the most?
I think what really strikes me is Wattles' unwavering belief in our ability to create our own reality. He challenges us to break free from our limiting beliefs, embrace the abundance all around us, and step into our roles as conscious creators.
He really emphasizes that the journey to wealth isn't just about accumulating money. It's about becoming the best version of ourselves,
Mm.
living a life of purpose, and making the world a better place.
Mm.
It's a message that still resonates today, even over a century later.
Absolutely. And that brings us to another really interesting part of Wattles' philosophy, which is the idea that we are all interconnected and
Yeah.
our well-being is tied to the well-being of everyone else.
Yeah. It's like we're all pieces of this massive puzzle.
Each playing a role in the bigger picture.
Exactly. Wattles is really clear that we're not meant to be these isolated individuals just out for ourselves.
Right.
He wants us to see ourselves as part of this interconnected web of life.
So our well-being is tied to the well-being of everyone else.
Exactly. He uses the analogy of a garden.
Okay.
Like when you take care of the soil and the plants and create a balanced environment, the whole garden thrives.
Right.
In the same way, when we contribute to the well-being of our community, our society, and the world, we create an environment where everybody has a chance to flourish. That's a beautiful analogy. It suggests that true wealth and abundance are about more than just individual success, about everyone thriving together.
You got it. Wattles believes that real success isn't just about what we achieve personally, but also about how we contribute to the well-being of others. It's about leaving behind a legacy of generosity, abundance, and positive change.
I love that. Now, throughout this book, Wattles talks a lot about the importance of faith. But what does that actually mean in this context?
It's not about blindly believing or wishful thinking.
Okay.
It's about developing this deep trust in the power of the universe to help us reach our goals. It's about realizing there's an intelligence that flows through everything, a creative force that's always working to bring our dreams into reality.
Right.
And then it's about aligning our thoughts or beliefs and our actions with that creative force.
So it's about trusting that there's a bigger plan, even when we can't see it.
Exactly. And having the courage to take action even when we don't have all the answers. It's about believing in ourselves, trusting the process, and having faith that we're being guided and supported every step of the way.
And of course, it's about holding on to that attitude of gratitude we talked about.
You got it. Gratitude is essential. It keeps us plugged into that source of abundance and opens us up to receive even more good stuff.
All right, so we're thinking abundantly taking action, giving thanks, and cultivating unwavering faith. But Wattles also gives some practical advice for handling those inevitable ups and downs in life.
He does. He reminds us that setbacks are going to happen, that there will be times when things don't go our way.
Of course.
But he encourages us to see these challenges not as failures, but as opportunities for growth and redirection.
So it's about learning from our experiences and using them to refine our approach.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that even when we face obstacles, there's always a way forward. It's about staying optimistic and knowing that the universe is always on our side, even when it feels like it's not.
It sounds like a lot of this boils down to shifting our perspective, finding the opportunity within each challenge.
Nailed it. And remembering that we're not in this alone. Those creative forces of the universe are always there to support us, guide us, and give us what we need to succeed.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into the science of getting rich, what are the key takeaways for our listeners?
Wattles gives us this powerful and timeless framework for creating financial abundance and living a truly fulfilling life. It's about understanding those principles that drive wealth creation and then consciously aligning our thoughts, beliefs, and actions with those principles.
Right.
It's about breaking free from the limitations of our circumstances, embracing a mindset of abundance, gratitude, and unwavering faith.
I like that.
It's about realizing that we're not just passive bystanders in the universe, but active creators with the power to shape our own destinies. And it's about using that power to create a life of purpose, meaning, and contribution to leave the world better than we found it.
This has been such an insightful exploration of Wattles' work. It's amazing how relevant his ideas still are today.
I agree. It's a message that resonates across time and reminds us that we all have the potential to create a life of abundance and fulfillment.
Well said. That's it for this deep dive into the science of getting rich. We hope you found it valuable. Until next time, keep those minds open, those hearts grateful, those actions aligned with abundance.